What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Toki from the top of the world, Anchorage, Alaska. We will be checking out best of fishing for salmon in Alaska 2021. So I kind of composed it a few of the best trip that I had onto a short 7-minute video, so we could all check it out to see what's gonna be happening for 2022. Looking forward to 2022. I'm gearing up already. Thank you guys for supporting my Fishing for Alaska 2022 fundraiser. There's a few of you guys. I'll just put a picture right here and you guys can see the name. Other than that, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting my cause. When I do go on my trips, I will be doing shout outs again. Each trip will be a different person. Thank you guys. Ongoing, let's take a look at this best of fishing for salmon in Alaska. Okay. I started the video off with a trout fishing video. If you guys can see, there's a whole bunch of trout. These are like stock trout. They're like about 6-8 inches. I didn't get it on that cast. I kind of scared it, so they jumped away. I had to throw a little bit further. What I was using was a trout magnet and a bobber on some 6-pound ultralight rod, but it's a cheap ultralight rod, so it was pretty heavy. Man, look at that sucker jump. Man, I love fishing. I don't know about you, but that gets my blood pumping. Yep. I took that one home. The guy next to me, he was catching a whole bunch too. Nice one. I don't know how many he was catching, but guys, I caught my limit and left.
This is my biggest one I caught.
I did get checked by Alaska Fishing Game for my fishing license that day, and I was surprised. I mean, thank you for doing your job. You know, this is dip netting at Kasilof. This is only allowed to Alaska resident. You gotta be a resident of 1 year to be able to dip net. Dip netting is amazing. It is fun. It is grocery shopping in Alaska. You could do like this and have enough fish for like a couple a month. A lot of people with like a big family of 10, they will go and camp out there for like weeks and get their limits. So head of household, you are allowed 25. Each additional member, you are allowed 10. So if it was me, my wife, and my son, we're allowed let's just say 45. When you catch these fish, you do have to clip the tail, and also when you leave the water where you're like dip netting for the fish, you gotta put it down, mark it down onto your little permit. We use a 8-foot net with like a 4-foot ring, and all you do is just put on waders, go in the water, and the run is so heavy they'll just jump into your net.
Dip netting.
Hope you guys enjoy that. Here we are at Bird Creek. This is my first time fishing on
some people that get
a bobber, fishing on a bobber with some rod that we use, that we actually caught from Kasilof, and we actually cured it ourselves. Dude, I was so excited when this fish bit my, you see the bobber went down right there? Yeah, bro, my heart was pumping. I was like yelling like, woo! Yep. That was my first time catching a salmon on bobber and roll. Man, you know what, 2022, I'm geared up already. I got a really nice rod that I'm going to be using, a lamy glass rod with a really nice reel that I'm going to be using for my float fishing. And man, I can't wait to go back to Bird Creek and catch some more silver. We did limit out that day. We both got 3. That's the allowed limit on that body of water.
Hey,
man, I was so excited. And here we are at Seward. This is snagging. Yes, snagging is legal in Seward or any saltwater body that is designated as legal for snagging. When the salmon comes, why are you gonna try to fish for it when you can snag for it? I was standing on the rock where I am with my glasses, and high tide coming up, you can actually see the fish swimming like 4 feet from you. So I was just like there like a vulture waiting for a fish to come. Bam, I call it windmill my hook into the fish and just snag. Man, that boy was like, I think like a 21 inch, dude. Here we are at the Kenai River. This is the first time fishing at the Kenai River on this day. 80,000 salmon went upstream. This is our first time flossing. Never flossed before. My technique is not perfect, so don't judge me. I don't really care. But look at that! Look at that! Look at that! When I caught my first salmon, I was super stoked. You see that? You see that stringer right there? Danai, he caught like 3, and I was still sitting there. 2022, I got to develop my flossing skill, because flossing, snagging,
Finally.
float, spinner, and
there too.
bait is some of the techniques we could use to fish for salmon in Alaska.
Baby
Oh
girl,
my God,
welcome home.
that fish was nice, full of color. I don't be getting them red, ugly, dead salmon. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, in Alaska, where we fish from the inlet of the ocean is like 1 mile away. So the fish are super colorful. Here we are at Seward again, but this is McDonald Campground. If you can see, the creek is only about 8 feet. Man, there's like hundreds of fish that come through here. All you're doing is just a windmill. I call this the windmill technique. Bam! I set one, and look at that sucker jump. Look at that sucker jump. Yep. What I'm using is like 30-pound braid with a size 10 triple hook with the weight on it. And my rod and reel is
number 2.
my setup for snagging. It's a heavy rod with like a 4,000 reel. It's a Daywa BG 4000. You can see that. And here we are again at Seward at the covert, snagging again. Boy, this was crazy, man. I hit it back to back. If you can see on the left side, the water is boiling with fish. My first snag, I didn't get anything. My line tangled. I snagged again. Bam! Ooh, look at that sucker. I got one and my blood was pumping, man. I love fishing in Alaska. I love fishing in Alaska. If you can see the background, you can see the mountain, you can see the sky is so beautiful. You can see the fish jumping everywhere. It's so beautiful. That's why I love Alaska. If you guys ever get the opportunity to come to Alaska, please come to Alaska. It's beautiful. Salmon run from May to September all day, every day. I go fishing every weekend. My fridge is full of fish. This boy was decent. It was kind of blush. I believe this is the blush one. Yes, and snagging is legal in Seward, Alaska, so don't be crying, guys. Man, yep. All we do is power horse that guy on.
Oh shit! Got one, baby.
This one's kind of blush. It's kind of red.
Damn.
When the fish are blush, their meat is mushy, so it's not like the best tester anymore. So I usually try to like go when the fish are still chrome, because 2 weeks after they're like in their salt water, I mean not in their salt water, in their fresh water, they start turning.
Go back in.
And then look what I just did.
I just got here like
Throwing back, you still see the fish over there jumping, boiling. I throw back over there. My first set, I was like, let it drop. Bam! Another one, baby. Back to back, man. I was not fortunate enough to film myself limiting out
back to back
in Seward at the covert, but I did get some of my fish on camera, just not back to back, not within like one shot. But it's still cool, man. Sometimes when you're snagging, there's nothing. You could be snagging for hours on, there's nothing, and you kind of like gotta fish with the tide. So sometimes when the tide comes, there's fish. Sometimes when the tide go out, there's fish. Sometimes when the tide comes, there's nothing. Sometimes when the tide go out, there's nothing. So depending on the day, depending on the moon, when you're fishing for salmon, you gotta kind of like put that into consideration. But yeah, this boy was a hog, dude. That's all you gotta do, power horse that sucker up, and you are allowed to keep 6. If you see, that's a triple hook right there with a weight on it. And a dead jellyfish right there also. So if you guys can see that, that is a little taste of fishing for salmon in Alaska 2021. I am looking forward to fishing for salmon in Alaska 2022. Thank you guys for supporting my fundraiser. All those funds will be going towards gas, food, and some fishing tackle. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for supporting me. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you guys liked the video, like it, leave a comment below, share it. You guys have a good day.